The Eagles, a sexy pick to come out of the NFC to make a Super Bowl run, but are they ready to get back there for the first time since the 2004 season? Hey, how are you folks? Jason Horowitz, NFL.com's Pat Kirwan. Glad to be with you here on the NFL Insider. And Pat, I posed that question to you. Is this the favorite in the NFC to get to the Super Bowl?
Well, they are one of the favorites in here, and they've done an awful lot of good things in the offseason. They've bolstered that offensive line. They're going to be terrific at the offensive tackles, if healthy. If not, they need to re-sign Jon Runyan. John is still recovering from microfracture. He loves being an Eagle. I think they're going to reel him back in. He does not need to be at camp. So if they put Runyan in as the insurance policy of the tackles, the offensive line is set. My worries are the backup quarterback. I don't like what I see if Donovan was to miss a month, because you're in a division where you miss a month with your quarterback, you got some problems. I'd like to see a guy like Gus Frerotte signed as an insurance policy on the back end. And I don't like that they're going to put a lot of pressure on McCoy if Westbrook continues to stay injured. So if you give me Warwick Dunn and if you give me Gus Frerotte and re-sign Runyan, they're going to the Super Bowl.
All right, well, so you're giving them three guys off the streets right now.
And they got the money to get them.
Well, they do. But take a look at the guys they've signed this year. And when you talk about the guys they have signed, you talked about the tackles, but everywhere else, other things they've added through the draft. LeSean McCoy, Jeremy Maclin. What do those guys bring here that can really help them get better from last year?
They got game breaker in Maclin. They're going to set him up in a bunch of different places. He can come out of the backfield. He can come out of the slot. You can see the Steve Smith package from Carolina, the smoke screen stuff. You can see the Reggie Bush slot reverse stuff there. You could maybe even see him in shotgun in a wildcat principle occasionally. So I like what they've done getting him on the football team.
Donovan McNabb, a new contract, a large extension here, guaranteed money, obviously. With what you've seen in him, and obviously put aside what Philly people think of Donovan McNabb. You're a football guy. What you think of Donovan McNabb?
Yeah.
Best in the NFC East?
Well, we can knock him out. He's better than the guy in Washington. He's better than the guy in Dallas right now. And most of the time he's better than Eli. So, yes, he's at least tied for the top spot as a quarterback in the division, and he's been to big games. He's been to a Super Bowl, yes, and he has a lot of weapons now. And so I don't have any problem giving that guy money. I thought it was a great move by them. Stop the talk. And you Philly fans, if you still don't like Donovan, wait till you see what life's going to be like when he finally retires.
All right, real quickly, Brian Westbrook, the injury, as you mentioned before, putting maybe too much pressure on LeSean McCoy. Are you worried, if you're Philadelphia, about Brian Westbrook?
Sure, you should be. You know, the last couple of years, the guy has not practiced on a regular basis. He's got some injuries. He's been beat up. He asked to do a lot during the season. You've got to start factoring that in. He's, on the 30 birthday line, and that's a bad place to be as a running back. And he's a speed back, not a big power back. You're asking this guy to come out of the backfield. He's great at what he does. Choice routes, linebackers can't cover him. He's a matchup nightmare. But you can't lose that element when he's not there. And that's why Warwick Dunn, again, is a guy that's done all those things. On a limited basis, he can still help you.
All right, so your biggest concerns are right now as a backup running back needing one more.
Correct.
And a backup quarterback. Nothing concerns you at all about the defense?
No. You got 16 players on that defense that had a sack last year. They are a multiple front. The only thing that scares me, and I can't help you here, is Jim Johnson, and maybe he won't be there. This is a crafty signal caller. This is a guy that understood protections. He attacked things. Hopefully, he's mentored and tutored McDermott enough that he can keep going. With McDermott as the coordinator, I really wish Brian Dawkins was here, because he would bring a lot of experience to the back end.
Instead, he's in Denver, and of course, even maybe more importantly than that, and certainly more importantly than that, we wish that Jim Johnson gets healthy enough to get back on the sideline for the Philadelphia Eagles. For more on this team or any other the NFL Insider segments, be sure to stay right here with CBSSports.com. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.